This is a new video and a new trap. And our game today starts with c4, e5, English opening, normal development, g3, c6. This is a well-known variation in the English opening. You might play this way. And bishop g2, knight f6, and with this formation, white must pay attention for the moves and the attempts for his opponent. Like if he plays d4, this is good, and knight f3, this is good for white. But he continues with automatic move knight c3, and this is bad and inaccuracy because it allows black to start his action in the center. d5, cd, cd, and queen b3. Till now, nothing dangerous or nothing serious in this game. And now knight c6 from black, and this move setting the trap for white, letting him to take on d5. As you see, 3 attackers for white and 2 defenders for black. But this move, this gambit or this sacrifice of a pawn, giving white this pawn and having the initiative and start the attack on white. So white start with knight d5, and black continues with knight d4, attacking the queen and trying to fork the king and the rook, and maybe playing this, and so on. Multi challenges and multi threats for black. So if white tries to avoid this threats with queen c4, so now knight d5, bishop d5, and b5, excellent move from black. This variation didn't happen in the game, but white must calculate this variations and try to avoid it. Now in the game, white played knight f6 with check. Okay, so g take f6, excellent move. Black can also play queen take f6 with a good game too. Queen to d1, and now you notice why black sacrificed his pawn. Look to the camp for white and the camp for black, and the knight on d4 is very powerful piece, and black now will start his attack on the white king. So one of the variations is bishop f5. Bishop f5 trying to support the knight with his fork on the king and the rook, but white blocked it with the d3. Rook c8 also supporting the knight with the same idea. So the white king escaped to f1, knight c2, rook b1, and now e4 with a strong attack for black. This is one of the variations, but this is not what happened in the game. In the game, black played queen c7 with the same idea as we see. So king f1 escaping from the fork. So knight c2 continues, rook b1, bishop e6, and b3. And now, as you see, black start to develop with attack, and the white camp is cramped and nothing developed. So rook c8, bishop b2, and bishop a3. Excellent attack, development, and maximum activity for black. And white is cramped and barely developed 2 pieces or 3. So now, if white plays bishop h3, bishop take h3, this is a variation, not what happened in the game, but to see how the black attack is dangerous, knight h3, bishop e2, bishop b2, sorry, and rook b2, queen c6 attacking the rook. So f3, and now black castle with a good game for black, because look to the white pieces, almost doing nothing, and look to the black pieces, and now the rook will join the other pieces, and with a good attack game. So in the game, white didn't exchange pieces and played knight bishop c3, so knight to b4, bishop b4, bishop b4, and now knight f3. Of course, when someone is cramped, it's better for him to exchange. But now black has the two bishops and better attack on the c file, and the white king is still not developed and not protected and still in the center, and this rook on h1 is out of game, so, and the queen not in a good activity, so black is much better. Castle, knight to e1, trying to regroup and attack maybe, knight to d3 attacking the bishop, so bishop to a3, okay, controlling the c1 square, h3, and rook to d4. Okay, gaining more advantage and more space and more attack. Knight to e1. You see how white didn't know how to react and how to play because all the space is controlled by black, and the knight start to go forward and backward. So queen to a5, pressing on d2, and also maybe this after moving the bishop to b4. d3, and now rook to d7, maybe to control on c7, doubling on c7. King to g1, of course, white king start to search for a shelter. So rook d c7, and now b4. Maybe trying to have some activity and to expel the black pieces, trying to control some space, of course, but nothing will do a good change for white, because black is dominating the game. So bishop b4 and king h2, bishop to a2. Now 2 pawns till now, and this gives black a pawn ahead. Rook to a1, trying to pin the bishop. Bishop c3. Okay, now attacking the rook. Rook to c1, and bishop take e1. Okay, so rook take, and rook take e1. Bishop to b3. If queen take on e1. So queen to b1. Rook, bishop to c2, sorry. Queen to c1, and king to g7, preventing the queen from coming to h6. And this is a good move to prevent the queen from any activity. So rook to f1, bishop to d3, of course, taking another pawn and attacking the queen. Queen to d1, bishop to c4, bishop f3, queen to c5, queen to b1, b5, of course, now gaining, and start the 2 pawns now start rolling down to queen, g4 and a5, king g2, bishop. Of course, now if you have like AB pawns and trying to queen them, so it's good to exchange some pieces and have more strength with your attack. E4, bishop e6, h4, a4, g5, f take g, h take g, and a3, and now rook to the a pawn start to be very dangerous. Rook to h1, okay, maybe taking some advantage on the h file. Rook to d7, trying to come to d2 to control the second rank. Queen to g1, okay, rook to d2, excellent, and king to g3, escaping from any attack on the f2, maybe. So a2, and now this is very dangerous for white, and rook to h2, queen to d4, still pressing on f2, and now controlling the square for queen on a1, and now let's try for white, queen to h1, trying to attack on h7 with the check. So queen to g8, escaping from any check and ready to come down with the pawn, and queening the pawn, and also don't forget this dangerous attack on f2. So for this reason, white resigned, and this all because of uh, careless play in the opening and not paying attention for the opponent threats. And by the way, this game is very high level, between 25, 65, 2565 and 2615 elo points. So this is a very high level game and very high level trap in the opening. So for that, anyone who wants to play any kind of opening must study this opening very well and try to be very careful and very deep with it. Thank you for watching and see you next trap. Bye.